You straight up cuckooed that dude, bro. Oh my God.
You've got all your Charger gear on because
feeling fresh as hell.
Well, you guys better enjoy it. The fans loved it.
You have to love what you're seeing on tape if you're a Chargers fan, especially for the future with Justin Herbert.
On the move and throws and touchdown.
Do this together.
Players, coaches, staff, fans, together we can create something truly special.
Stay tuned for some good content.
Oh, folks, welcome back to the Charger Chat. I'm your co-host, Wool Dog, sitting with my buddy, Kev Hug and Duggan. Well, let's not forget Kyle the coach, Duggan.
Oh, he's frozen. He's pulling a Dave Duggan.
I'm just actually sad.
He's just actually in mourning.
That wasn't showmanship. That was like, I'm just actually sad.
How do I lift my head in a time like this?
Head up, Kai.
Folks, welcome back to the Charger Chat. God, just another game to sift through like a freaking cat box looking for turds. We got lots to talk about, though. We've got a great Brisket Abroad segment. And of course, after a game like this, there's no shortage of Ask Boltfam questions.
You guys are the best. Keep it up.
Let's start. Let's just get through this as quickly as we can. Chargers against the Chiefs. First half, we were at least in it. Second half, somehow, I don't know what happened, but something happened, and it just stopped. Everything just stopped, and I don't know why.
Halftime e-break, but I don't want to gloss over this. I think that Dicker had a better game than Butker. And one of the Chiefs fans brought that up, that it was the battle of Dicker and Butker.
Dicker against Butker. How did we not see that?
It's a missed opportunity.
That was an oversight.
It was. But Dicker kicking his like career-long 55 to start the game. I thought that because you don't really have perspective when you're at the game. I was like, oh, they're punting, and then like they ran out there like, oh, they're going for it. Okay, let's do this. And he just split the uprights. And I'm proud of you. Proud of you, Dicker. Keep it up. My bright and shining star.
I have a question right off the bat. This is kind of getting through the minutia of
let's get in it.
This and that. We gave up 400 yards in the first half, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. You guys remember we talked last, like our previous regime got fired due to lack of halftime adjustments. Mm-hmm. And then there was all this talk about like, there's only so many adjustments you can make. There's not that much time. Like, I feel like every broadcast was, you can't really make that much of an adjustment. It's like I go pee and then we're back on the field.
It's true.
Right? Like that's true. Like that's what everyone said. It was a consistent narrative that you can't really make that many adjustments. Well, then how the hell do you explain what happened? Like, why did whatever adjustment, some adjustment was made on both sides? Because it went from a track meet to nothing. Scores until the last 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
So like there was, and now you're saying that there was adjustments, but then in Coach Staley's presser, it was, well, we didn't make adjustments because we did run a lot of man in the first half, but you didn't run a lot of man in the first half. I'm utterly confused. Were there adjustments made, or what the hell happened in the second half?
I don't know.
It was so confusing.
It was very confusing. I mean, first of all, let's talk about our experience, Kevin, because we got to shuttle up there with our good friend Randy, and we got to go to the tailgate, and it was amazing. Rushing over there as quickly as
we got there a little late, but we sprinted over there to catch the tail end.
But we found everybody. The little Charger tailgate section in Lot D. And we found the Brisket Broads, which were doing like tea and biscuit with the Brisket Broads. Like,
it was hilarious.
So cute.
Yeah.
You're going to see it all in the Brisket Abroad segment. But, and I need to I got to find their names, because we got two people stopped us at the very beginning, and I wrote their names down just so I can remember it. But give me a hot second while I pull it up here.
And it's funny because we were walking in, and Josie was with us for the first time, and she was kind of like, wow, people want photos with you. It was like, yeah, I know, it's weird, right?
It was Ethan and Theo. They stopped us and were like, oh yeah, we listened to the show. It was like, oh, okay.
It's a great way to
starting the day off right.
It was
loving
awesome.
that.
Yeah.
And then we found Andrew and Kat. They were sitting there with the Broads. So happy to find them. I mean, immediately the vibes are good. We're in it. We're cheering. We're having a good time at the tailgate. I'm eating some biscuits, and then we walk up to the stadium, and of course, it's a sea of red.
It's I felt like there was a better sprinkling of powder blue throughout the stadium.
We
this
definitely
year.
saw some powder blue for sure.
Better than previous years for sure. But man, they really do have a home field advantage. It's pretty. I
mean, from the first snap, Justin was like this on his headset. You guys couldn't see because you weren't watching on TV, but from the television broadcast, like he was like this walking onto the field for the very first series. Even for the Chiefs, like they have a lot. I wouldn't, a lot of their fans getting loud at the wrong times, and he's like, "Shut up!
Yeah,
will you guys shut up? I'm Patrick Mahomes. I'm trying to talk here," and they're still getting loud. So it's like It was what it was. We had some good interactions with people, had some bad interactions with people, but that's kind of what happens. I think I'm a beacon for bad energy. You can only stand in a porta potty line after the game and be yelled at so many times before you think, you know what? Maybe it's me. Maybe I deserve this. Something about my face, or I don't know what it is. But I deserve it.
On my back.
Yeah. Older women yelling at me is just kind of my thing. I don't know what it is.
You attract that.
I guess. Track that Karen energy, Good. I love you, Karen. I don't
not
know
our
that.
Karen.
Not disparaging that, but there was some Casey Karens for sure.
Yeah. And it was a heck of a game. I mean, we got to watch it all from the box. We got to watch it with Andrew and Kat, so we're very thankful that Randy let them come and hang out with us in the,
That's awesome.
In the suite.
Yeah.
And then we got to also meet. I don't want to.
It was Positive Charge.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we got to meet Positive Charge for sure.
Yeah.
That was awesome. And then we also got to meet. We'll probably put a picture up because we definitely should on Twitter. I don't think we have yet. We got to meet Mike Garrett, former running back that played just for the Chiefs and the Chargers. It was the only two teams the guy ever played for.
It was pretty cool.
Which was awesome. It was so cool to meet.
He was a Heisman Trophy winner.
Trophy
winner,
absolutely.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was such a random, we were not expecting that to happen, to find him in Randy's suite, but he was hanging out
cool
there.
Opportunity.
Awesome opportunity to meet a former Charger player. And then that game, man. I mean, it was so exciting for the first half because it felt like
it was close. It was going to be a shootout. It was going to be fun.
We saw a huge run from Joshua Kelly. That
was sweet. That was cool. And I remember vividly, somebody was in our face. I can't remember if this is the first or second half. I think it was the second. Somebody was in our face yelling at us while Patrick Mahomes got picked off by Zont.
Yeah, I think some people turned around and saw that there were some Charger fans in the suite.
Just randomly decided to talk smack.
Well, they Well, they couldn't talk smack, but they had to amp up their gestures because they couldn't audibly communicate.
They had
you guys had the windows up.
We were in the corner of the box where there is a window that doesn't go up or down.
Yeah.
You got to put the Charger fans in the corner, and I respect it. I respect that. Yeah. But it was. I want to get back to the game because the experience was fun and we got to hang out with everybody. Brisket Abroad segment will get you all that. But 100%. I was sitting there watching that first half. It's like Brandon Staley hasn't played the Chiefs before in that first half. The way they were just backing everyone off, giving Kelsey these perfect zones to just literally run out, stop, turn around, and wait. It was unbelievable that it kept happening. I'm not a football coach. It happened one time. I could see when it was going to happen again. You could just see it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That was the beginning of oh man, what is Staley doing this game? This doesn't feel like off to a good start. Really stressed me out. And I haven't felt like that about our defense. I've had moments where I'm like, damn it, guys. But this is the first time where I was like, if I can see it, you have to be able to see this. If I can call when the way he's aligned and where people are around Kelsey that he's going to catch the ball, that shouldn't be happening. I'm not a coach. I'm not smart. I should barely be on this podcast. I know that you know what I mean? I'm not that educated in terms of that. But if I can see it, you should see it, coach.
Yeah.
So cut it out, man.
Yeah. The Kelsey yardage was baffling.
Psychotic.
Yeah.
We held them. We held the run great. They couldn't run on us at all.
Yeah.
That
Why
was a
would you
great
try?
first
They
half.
didn't try to run. They threw the ball for 400 freaking yards in the first half.
They did.
What do you
When they
mean
did try
stop
and
the
run,
They didn't need to run.
No, they did. Pacheco couldn't, even when they did run him, he wasn't getting more than 2 yards. It was the same thing. So that was a glimmer of little hope, but they just threw all over us. And it was mostly to Kelsey in that first half.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
pathetic. Honestly, that was the hardest thing to watch is we didn't even try to stop it either. It was just like, oh yeah, Kelsey's open. The other thing for me, it's like, just try something. Like be creative and give it a shot, even if it's not status quo. Like go out there and try. Like get Derwin James on the line of scrimmage. If Kelsey is lined up as an attached tight end right next to the tackle, just let Derwin James go walk in there and piss him off.
Mhm.
Like the second the ball is snapped, he just hits him as hard as he can and drive him back. Get the penalty, whatever. Who cares? Just try to piss him off. Like do something. Give it a go. Give it a good try.
Roll
because
the dice, yeah.
we just sat there and rolled over for the whole first half and hurt Travis Kelsey 100 yards in one half of football. And I swear to God, if we don't come up with some solution for fat boy Patrick Mahomes waddling his little turtle butt down the field on third down, that is
Kyle's having a moment.
I have a Lincoln log in my hand that I'm about to snap in half because it is. I'm not kidding. That's right here. It's about to get snapped. It's so frustrating watching that turtle boy waddle his way to a first down on almost every third down.
Yeah.
How do you not just run cover one, man coverage? Kenneth Murray will sit in the middle of the field. The second that fat guy tries to waddle out of the pocket, Kenneth Murray beelines to light his ass up. That's the easiest solution that there is. Did Kenneth Murray make one pass play in coverage? One. No, they didn't throw to him. And if they did, they caught it. So there's no point in him dropping. Sit him in the middle of the field so you can take away that Travis Kelsey sit down. And if they don't throw that and he tries to waddle, Kenneth Murray can fly and go light him up. Like maybe that's too simple of a solution, but it's a solution. It stops
something.
And at least stops Patrick Mahomes from. I just can't watch him run for 50 yards against us. He had to have been
15. Third and 15. A lot of these. Third and 14.
That to me is just, you cannot allow that guy to run 50. He had to have close to 50 yards rushing on the game.
Yeah.
You cannot. You just. It's like we didn't know who we were playing.
That's
it
what I
really
was
felt
saying.
like we didn't
there
know
was
the
no
opponent.
tape on them. We didn't like the tape room. Something happened in the tape room. Everything got wiped out and deleted.
Tape room.
Like I just imagine there's a tape room and a guy back there with old VHS just like popping in like something. What happened, Bob? I don't know. We lost the tape on the Kansas City.
We lost half the plays.
Last 10 years of tape on Kansas City. I can't find it, Coach. I'm sorry. That's what.
There's no tape.
Got no tape.
We got no tape. Where's my tape guy?
Bob the tape guy.
It's like
Fired.
I DVR'd the last game. I mean, you can come to my house and watch it.
Yeah, got it on my YouTube TV, but I can't really. I
can't log in. I can't get the frickin' live.
I don't have a plug for the system to make that work. So my bad, Coach.
Yeah, it's mind-boggling the way that we showed up in that first half. I don't get it.
It's frustrating because we knew that we were going up against the Chiefs. We knew that this is absolutely one of the toughest teams in the league. So to know that this was going to be a struggle is an understatement. You go into this game mentally. I mean, if you didn't, you should have at least mentally prepared for like, this is going to be a really tough game. Hopefully we just stay in it for the most part. And we were until we weren't. And then everything just kind of fell apart. So it's unfortunate to see it fall apart the way that it did. Season's still young, folks. I mean, we're only 6 games into this 17-game season, and I know it's looking bleak.
I think I will say realistically, I think the AFC West hope for winning the AFC West is gone by the wayside. But there's still playoffs. You could still try and get a playoff spot, which is very we've done before.
Yeah.
But I just think the high hopes of finally getting that AFC West over the Chiefs is kind of. Unless
Something
they find
has to happen, yeah.
Unless they find Bob and they figure out these tapes, I don't know. I really don't.
Get Bob on the horn, please.
Get Bob on the horn. Come on now.
Yeah, looking on the receiving side, I mean, Joshua Palmer, thank God, came out to
playing,
play. I mean,
he's playing really well right now. Like,
yeah,
he's playing
5 receptions for 133 yards.
Yeah,
I mean, Kelsey needed to get 12 just to get to 179. So Palmer was used sparingly and effectively.
I love how you spun that in a positive. Adam, that was awesome.
Listen, dude, 5 years into this,
12 receptions.
I know how to fucking dust aside the fucking negativity and find that little positive gem. It might be a tiny cubic zirconium, but hey, it's going on the ring, okay?
Let's go.
What a loser. He only had 12 catches.
I know, 12 catches to 179. He only averaged 15 yards a catch.
He only scored 1 touchdown. What a loser.
Yeah, Palmer averaged 26.6 yards a catch. Come on. Just a better guy.
Who would you rather have?
The numbers don't lie.
Tape don't lie, Bob. But all right, let's look over at Twitter. Bridget Condon tweeted out, the Chargers are allowing 310 passing yards per game in 2023. No other team is allowing over 275.
That's coach. That's coaching, man. That's
good.
That's coaching. That's scheme. The players aren't that bad. These players are not that bad. We're not putting them in the right position. It's very frustrating.
Okay. It's very frustrating. You just had a mental breakdown midway through that point. It's very frustrating. It is very frustrating. Are we ready to say that the quote unquote Vic Fangio system just doesn't work?
Not cutting it.
I don't know.
Dude, I think it's like the whole God, I haven't slept much. What's that? It's like the Bill Belichick tree. Bill Belichick's incredible coach. Anyone that coaches under him and tries to be a head coach, absolutely awful.
Can't make it work. Yeah,
terrible head coach.
Yeah,
I feel like that's what we're seeing a little bit with this whole Vic Fangio thing. It's like Vic can do it, but if you try to do it on your own, you can't do it.
But it's so weird because I think we have the guys, because you look at the turnovers, you look at what we're getting on sacks and all this stuff, like all those categories are really good. Yeah. Like we have the players that are capable of doing it. They're just not being put in the right places.
It's just it's the Vic Fangio.
I'm trying to understand the right
places.
It's the system of bend don't break. It's just all it is. So if you're in a bend don't break, you give up 300 plus yards passing every single game because you don't want to give up the giant home run.
I want to be like,
I hate it.
I want to
go back to last year where we gave up on the run and we're stopping the big passes. I'd rather that than whatever this.
You know what I want, Adam? I want both. And I want my take.
Hey,
dude, I want to eat it.
I want to be undefeated. I want MVP talks. I want to be
a team that is dominant. Like why do I have to pick being shit at one and okay at the other?
You're right.
No, I want to be like I should. I want it to be like the Jets. It's like you play the Jets, they have a god awful quarterback, nothing really to show, but their defense just will keep them in every single game. It's like if we just had a mediocre top 15 defense, we'd be winning these close games. It's just like it's not good. It's just not good. And we can see it, like the clips that are coming out now reposted of a 3rd and 15 and we have 7 defenders standing at 15 yards and backpedaling on the snap. Like, what do you think's going to happen here, guys? Like, this is just this. I don't understand. It's so mind-boggling. It's like all my thoughts are bottled up.
If you think that's bad, Daniel Popper tweeted out, Brandon Staley said he is going to continue calling the defensive plays. So
double down.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Brandon Danger Staley.
Oh, I did try something last game. I laser beamed coach from the sideline. I didn't watch the play. I just stared at Brandon Staley the entire time.
That's true. He did.
It didn't work.
No, I don't think that would.
I was trying to send him my energy. Like, coach, come on, stop it.
We were trying everything. We were
this
like,
was toward the
everybody
end.
hold hands. We were trying. Kevin's just going to look at me and like look for my reaction. Like
we tried.
I can't watch the play, just watching me, just see what I would do. And
yeah.
I went to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom, stood in like the concourse, just watching the different TVs, just like.
Yeah, I think it's time to face the facts that we're not helping or hurting. We're just
here. We're just existing. We don't have
just creating things that
we're just trying everything and nothing.
We're trying. We're trying our best.
We're a few steps from the loony bin. I'll just say that much.
But yeah, I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? Coach, keep calling those plays, coach.
Got a coach.
Daniel Popper also tweeted,
I want to be your friend, Staley. I want to love you again.
Love you.
Please.
I do. Just be a head coach and stop trying to do it. Stop trying to call the plays.
Stop trying to win.
Yeah. Cut it out.
Daniel Popper also tweeted out, Chargers played more man in
second half.
Is that second half versus Kansas City. Asked why he didn't play that way the whole game. Brandon Staley said, we played plenty of man in the first half too. But apparently the players told a different story.
Oh no, this is not good.
This can't be good.
I didn't see this yet. This is not good.
Staley's players told a different story in the locker room. We played zone. Cornerback Michael Davis said of the first half game plan, Kelsey just goes to the spot and turns around. It has nothing to do with Travis. It's us. We got to get on their ass. When you come down and you play the Chiefs, you got to come out and play man and get on their ass. We played a little bit too much zone in the first half. James said he was just.
Oh no, now it's Derwin too.
He was just getting behind our linebackers. He was getting open in the second half. We switched it up. So
I never usually put these in here, but this was the clearest case of coach not being on the same page with the players or not wanting to say what was happening. And it would just kind of caught me off guard how clear you have like the facts right there. It's just
right. Because this also didn't feel like the players trying to throw Staley under the bus. It was just
yeah. I feel like it is a little bit. You don't say that about this scheme.
Well, they were just
trying to take a punch.
They didn't know. I disagree with that because they didn't hear Staley's press conference where he said that.
Yeah,
they were just answering honestly. So that was more on Staley than I don't think these guys are throwing them under the bus at all. I disagree with you wholeheartedly.
I disagree with you wholeheartedly because if I support my coach and the game plan and I had full belief in it, if they come at me and say you would concoct some stupid answer that we hear a million times that's like, we came with a game plan, we trusted it, it didn't work, we made adjustments. You don't go, we played too much zone, we didn't get after their ass, we were soft. That's not what you say. That's throwing your coach under the bus. It is. And it's okay, but this is now becoming a situation where there's not a cohesive environment. That's not the kind of stuff you say when you're 5-1. I promise you. You're 5-1 and you have a bad game. That's not what you're saying to the reporter.
All right. Well, yet again, you've made some good points. I've reconsidered my stance, and you may be on.
We'll be crying the rest of this episode.
Yeah, sorry, but I don't. I think that this is like when we talk about the idea of they're never going to fire a coach midseason. This is the kind of stuff to me that's like, oh shoot, like these guys might not be fully trusting and on board with Coach Staley's schemes and game plan anymore.
Well, and then to add on top of that, Daniel Popper also tweeted out, another player said, once we realized Kelsey was eating up the zone like he usually does, we just said we're going to win or lose with man. It's you.
You did great. Man was, dude, I just think that we have better athletes than they do. They have no receiving core. They have Travis Kelsey. So why are you going to sit in a zone and let Travis, like, we ended up doubling him most of the second half. Mm-hmm. We had Derwin underneath, like pressing him. And then if he tried to go deep, we had a safety over the top. Everyone else was just manned up. And it was total. We held them to 7 points and they didn't score 7 until the very end of the game. So, I mean, how game plan from the get? I don't know. But at least they made the adjustment.
Can I don't want to end like this because I don't like this energy.
I don't either.
I'm feeling uncomfortable. So why don't we go around the horn and say what our favorite thing about the game was? Kyle, kick us off.
Don't make me start. I've been the most negative so far.
That's why you must start.
So
I need time.
Pick up the slack.
I need time. I have nothing positive. Adam, what was your favorite part of the game?
I'm going to say, honestly, the special teams. I felt like J.K. Scott had one of his better punting games. He was really pinning him back into the inside the 5 a couple of times. We saw Dicker hit his longest field goal of his career, which was early in the game. It felt that was kind of inspiring to go like, hey, our kicker just kicked his longest field goal. And I'm trying to remember, there was a turnover.
We gave up a giant punt return at the end of the game. We did give up
a giant punt return, but I felt
Kyle, you shut up. You realize what we're trying to do here? Will you cut it out? I'm trying to do something a little more positive here. You can't get out of it. Get out of it.
Okay. Okay.
Wasn't there? There was a turnover. I'm trying to remember if that was a special teams turnover or if that was.
That was last week against the Cowboys. We had a turnover.
Right.
We pushed him into the punt return.
No, I remember that. I'm trying to remember where there was a fumble recovery.
That was
going the Chargers' way. That wasn't a special teams one. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Well, still special teams. I'm just very happy to see our punter get some.
Yeah, he had some good punts. He did.
I like how Joshua Kelly, Austin wasn't really getting a lot of yardage at the beginning, but then as soon as Josh Kelly broke something in that defense, where as soon as he made that run for the touchdown, our run game started to get going a little bit better. So that was kind of one of the better, at least that run was like the biggest play of the game and really exciting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Kyle.
Give us something. Josh Palmer, 26 yards per game.
Josh Palmer had a good. Yeah, I mean, Josh Palmer had a good game. There was guys that played well. It felt like our role players had a good game. It's just our studs didn't really have a good game. You know,
Zont had an interception.
Zont had a good game. Man. K9 had a couple of good plays in the run. Thule had a good tackle for a loss. Like a lot of the role player, not giant names, again, had a good game. It just feels like that's kind of the consistent theme is like outside of Khalil Mack's giantly dominant game against the Raiders, our big names are just kind of like floating, like Derwin
hanging out,
penalties and hanging out. And Joey Bosa feels like he's never even on the field. Even when he is, you don't notice him. And
the segment is not what you're doing right now.
I know. I'm failing.
Out.
I'm sorry.
Just leave it at that. Just say one sentence, one thing.
Okay.
Stop.
Role players did good.
Great. Moving on. Fun. Thanks, Kyle.
Okay.
Straight from coach.
Guys, I'm delusional. I barely slept. It's hard to stay positive right now about anything. I'm trying.
You're doing your best.
Well, you can do your best over at our Patreon, patreon.com/Charger Chat. Oh, check out all the funny videos and good times we have over there at patreon.com/Charger Chat. And if you don't want to go over there, that's totally fine. You can go on over to our regular website, chargerchat.com. Check out all the cool stuff we got over there, t-shirts, hoodies, and stickers. You can chat it up with other Charger Chatteteers in the member section and ask questions in Ask Boltfam. So go check out chargerchat.com. If you ever thought, why the heck is my wireless bill so dang high, then let me tell you about Mint Mobile, who we're partnering with for today's episode. You might already know Mint Mobile if you've seen those funny ads from Ryan Reynolds, who's also an owner, but let me quickly tell you about how awesome their service is. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for as low as $15 a month, and you don't have to sacrifice any coverage, speed, or data. They're built on the nation's largest 5G network. They keep costs low because they sell direct to you online. They cut out all the retail stores and the salespeople and things like that. Why should you pay more than you have to for access to the same network? It's a good question. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code if you're interested in the best value in wireless. All Mint Mobile plans include unlimited nationwide talk and text, plus lightning fast 5G and free mobile hotspot. Mint also offers a modern family plan that lets you set up a super affordable family plan with as little as 2 lines. Now, I've used Mint Mobile, and I gotta say, everything that they've talked about as far as switching over being extremely easy is 100% true. It was a super easy process, and then once I was switched over, I honestly didn't notice a difference in my performance. You know, all the apps that I typically used, like Twitter and YouTube and things like that, ran exactly the same as they normally did on my previous carrier. Like I said, switching to Mint is super easy. Thanks to their digital eSIM cards, you can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your own home. And if your phone isn't eSIM compatible, that's totally fine. Mint Mobile will ship you a new SIM card for free. It only takes about 15 minutes to switch, and Mint Mobile has great customer service if you need help. And right now, as a special limited time offer, you can get their unlimited plan, which is normally $30 a month, for just $15 a month. That's a 50% savings off their already super low price. It only takes 15 minutes to pay as low as $15 a month for your phone plan. It really is that simple. Use our link mintmobile.com/chargerchat to get started, or click the link down in the description or scan our QR code. It really helps out the channel. And if you've already made the switch to Mint Mobile, let us know down in the comments. We'd love to hear about your experience with them. Thank you, Mint Mobile, for being our partner for this episode. Hey guys, we got to take a second to talk about something here at the Charger Chat podcast that we're really excited about, and that's Bolt's Bids. Bolt's Bids is available through the official Chargers website and the official Chargers app. On the app, scroll about halfway down until you see the Bolt's Bids banner. Say that 5 times fast, and you're going to find all kinds of Chargers memorabilia. Team-issued jerseys, helmets, game-used balls, player-worn gear. What else is there? Player signed gear and much, much more from both current and former players. So make sure to check out Bolt's Bids either on the app or the website to see all the amazing pieces they have that's updated regularly. And you're probably going to want to go there right now because Bolt's Bids has consistent giveaways. You just need to download the official Chargers app, scroll about halfway down until you see the Bolt's Bids banner, then click filters and select giveaways. And if you don't want to use the app, even though that's the easiest and most preferred method, you can also click the link in our description or go to chargers.com/boltsbids and then click filter, offer type, and choose raffle, then hit apply. Now you will want to make sure your account info is filled out and updated with your name, email address, card info, and mailing address, because the winner will be auto-selected and notified via the email address they have on your account if you win. And the reason you need your card info in there is because you will have to pay for shipping, but that's an absolute steal for these giveaways. So make sure you go to the app or the link down in the description for your chance to enter. So be sure to go to Bolt's Bids for your Chargers memorabilia and bolt up. That's right, folks. Bolt's Bids is giving away another sweet item this week. I gotta
find out where they keep this stuff. I'm not gonna go. I just want to go look at it. I'm not gonna take anything. I just want to go look at it. I want to be in the presence of the. I want to touch everything.
I want to wear the pants.
Yeah, I want to like sneak in there at night.
Puts the lotion on the skin.
Exactly. And if I happen to smell it, then that's what happens. But hey,
I want to sneak in there at night, right when they close, so I can like hide, and then I get the place to myself for a whole night. I'm not taking anything. I'm just trying everything on and sleeping in like a pile of stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Your Ace Ventura.
Yeah,
sneaking around. All right. Well, like I said, they're giving away another sweet item. It's very similar to the one that we saw just a couple of weeks ago. Check it out. Look at that beauty. I mean, come on. Another Justin Herbert signed helmet, 2020 NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. I mean, he's got a
in your face, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, he's got such a great reminder too. Honestly,
just a friendly reminder from 3 years.
Just a little reminder in
like
your face.
Back.
Our Justin won it, not yours.
That's right.
You beat the 49ers? Look at his helmet.
Check it out.
Suckers.
Suckers.
So definitely go check out chargers.com/boltsbids. Sign up for the giveaway. It's free. It's a free giveaway, folks, for why are you still listening to me? Go sign up for this freaking giveaway. Come on. All right, folks, time to go on to the next segment. Love these ladies. I'm so glad we got to see them, because who knows if this last game would have been as good of an experience if we did not get to see them. But I'm talking about our favorites, the Brisket Broads.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Well, there's no place they wouldn't try to hang out with Justin and his squad. Get ready to hear their positive thoughts. It's time for Brisket Abroad. Blah, blah, blah. Can you give me an apple with the fluff? More than that. Oh, okay, that's actually. So good. Oh, so good. Mm. Hey, guys. Hey. We just want you to know that we love you. We love you so much. So after that heartbreaking loss, we went back to the van, and then it's like, okay, we got to start looking through this footage so we can figure out what we're going to say. But wow, what
a booster shot looking through the footage. I was like, who even cares about the outcome of the game? This was such a great freaking day.
Yeah, I felt that way too. All of a sudden, I was like, today was the best day ever.
Yeah. When we first started going to Chargers games, it was just because we love the Chargers. But now there's so many people that we genuinely love and that we want to see that don't even play on the Chargers. And then it makes it to where, wow, this was a great time, even though our team lost, and that was sad. It was like, what the heck? We got to hang out with Adam and Kevin. We finally got to meet Josie. We got to hang out with Kat and Andrew. It was just like too many good things. But then it was like, man, the loss is just getting farther and farther back. It's not even that important in my mind. The whole tailgate was amazing upon amazing upon amazing.
Without further ado, let's get into it.
This whole away game experience really heavily featured our van, whose name is Rudy. We drove Rudy from Mary's parents' house in Mississippi to Kansas City.
An easy 8 hours.
We saw a lot of interesting things along the way. Have you ever been to a Dollar General? It's
about what you'd expect. I don't know why they have so many of them. We stayed at a campground about an hour outside of Kansas City the day before the game.
We drove Sunday morning into Kansas City. We made sure to go to the Starbucks parking lot where everyone was meeting up so we could caravan together to the tailgate so that we would be together. I changed in the van while she was getting Starbucks. When I got out of the van, everyone was gone. I ran into Starbucks. I was like, Mary, they left. They left us. So then we're like, crap. We got to the parking lot C and we couldn't find anybody.
Just stupid Chiefs fans everywhere.
Oh my gosh. But then we ended up figuring out they were all in lot D. They had tried to be in lot C, but it just didn't work out. And there was some obstacles between us and lot D. But luckily, Kat and Andrew came in clutch. They parted the seas for us, and it was pretty epic.
Let's go! Lead on, Andrew!
That was one of my favorite moments. That was a good parade. A lot of the Chiefs fans seemed to really enjoy it. I don't know if they just didn't understand what was going on or they're not used to that.
Yeah.
And then we set up our little tailgate. This was our first time ever bringing something to the tailgate. Normally, we just go and appreciate the hard work other people did to set up tents and everything. So this time we got to have our little table of all of our little biscuits. And
dolls.
And dolls and pumpkins. Surprisingly, nobody wanted hot tea.
Yeah.
But, you know, tea and biscuits with the briskets is funny. So,
yeah. We're committed to the bit.
Committed to the bit.
The tailgate was just all around so much fun. Here's a little tailgate sample if you want to feel like maybe you were there too.
Oh my gosh, it's Mary!
San Diego! Superchargers! San Diego! Chargers! San Diego! Superchargers! San Diego!
That's a good time. Everybody getting in a circle singing San Diego Supercharger. I want that to happen every day. And then you won't believe who showed up.
So glad we made it. Mr. Ramsey!
Oh my gosh. Did you guys remember that you were there? So that was freaking fantastic. We took some candid video of us all just hanging out. It was the best.
Yeah, it was.
Mary and Kevin came up with, I don't know what you would call it. Mary said hand dancing. That's not really a thing. They came up with a hand motions to accompany K Love You Bye. It's perfect. We might not have gotten the Chargers dub, but I feel like there were a lot of mini dubs from the day. So, you know, K Love You Bye. That was like a mini victory.
That's true.
Right?
You got to get the victories where you can get them. Then it was time to say, okay, love you, bye, to the tailgate and head into the Cheats Kingdom Stadium. Yeah. Heather came up with that one.
Yeah, that's a mini dub for me. So we all walked to the stadium together, and boy, did we look cool doing it.
Yeah.
What?
Happy Halloween!
Woo! Watch out! We're gonna get you! Kiss my butt!
And Kyle, don't worry, you were not forgotten.
A toast to the Frosted Champion, Kyle!
You were missed. We wish you could have been there as well, so you could have experienced all of the experiences, mostly the good ones.
Yeah.
As we drew near the stadium, I asked Josie,
What does the stadium remind you guys of? What's it look like?
A toilet! Because it smells and it's full of poop.
Oh!
She gave a perfect assessment.
She's very observant.
And Mary said that it reminded her of...
Just gonna look like a bedpan. Oh!
And Mary has had a lot of experience with bedpans.
Just a normal amount. Heather, what did you think of the stadium?
I wasn't a fan. I feel like Arrowhead is really built up a lot. Like people are like, oh man, like this is the mecca of football. And I felt like, a lot of stadiums, there's like an experience walking up to it. Like it's interesting. There's stuff going on. But this was just like all these parking lots. And then like it looked very cheap.
It looked like they got it from the Dollar General. They found it in the Dollar General parking lot.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
The Midwest is obsessed with Dollar General. And then so when they make a stadium, they're like, what is the greatest thing we can think of?
I hated the seating. I felt like I could not see over the people in front of me, even though we were all standing, because like the tiers of the seats are like barely lower than the next one. So that definitely felt like a waste of money getting
close seats because you can't see much.
Walking in with Kevin and Adam and Josie and Kat and Andrew was amazing. Man, we are all on the same page. We should always all be together for every Chargers game.
I found some Charger fans over here. Come.
Let's go!
Come with me. We found some.
Schmiegel! Schmiegel's found the precious!
There, right there.
Hey, we love you too!
What's up, man?
Bullseye! Chuck, 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 Stay hydrated, everybody. It smells like a musty basement. Let's go, Chargers!
Let's go!
That super old guy was just like, losers!
Put a meat over here.
You could tell like all the Chiefs fans were jealous of us. We're like these little beacons of light. And they're like, oh, we're from this state, so we have to root for this team. There were so many Chiefs fans that were like, well, I'm from here. I'm like, I like the Chargers though.
So I love the Chargers.
Our seats were freaking amazing. We were sitting right behind the Chargers hotties. And we were also sitting behind the Chargers hotties.
Row 12, each of you received a free Coca-Cola Zero Sugar.
Get it? We were behind the Chargers bench, which is our favorite place to sit. I mean, anywhere we sit, I feel like that's my favorite place to sit.
That's true. Then there was a football game
that was composed of some fun moments.
What are you doing in our video? I was like, ah! Oh no, that's bad! Like you say, isn't that cool?
Another significant game moment is this video, which honestly felt kind of demonic.
What the heck is that? That's so terrifying. It's satanic. Demonic for sure.
What's that called? When there's like subliminal messages and it's brainwashing you to do something.
Kill the Prime Minister of Malaysia. It was totally that. What are we going to do?
Nothing, because I'm pretty sure we're immune. But all of the Chiefs fans are like, yeah. Patrick Mahomes looks cool when he runs. So then we lost the game. And it sucked.
Yeah. I didn't like that.
When we were walking out, we ran into Heather and Bart and Laura. And so we were all kind of just commiserating together. And then Rashawn Slater's dad pops over and he's like, hey, thank you for what you guys do. Thank you for your positivity. And don't let this break your spirit. Keep it up. And I was like, oh my gosh. You pour in and encourage. And then sometimes you feel down. And then somebody comes in and is like, hey, keep it up. Thank you for what you do. And you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, okay. I was thinking about it the other day. Man, I'm so grateful for the Charger Chat podcast. And I can't imagine like if they decided like, this is too much, we can't do it anymore. It's like you need that positivity. You need hope. We all need hope. And we need each other to lift each other up. So thank you, is what I'm saying.
I'm trying to tell you, you are the wind beneath our wings.
You raise us up, is all we're saying. So we can stand on mountains. So everybody out there, remember that you're not doing it just for yourself. Think about the one person that really needed to hear that and you made them happy. Those negative people are going to be negative and angry no matter what. So you might as well say something positive and give them something to comment on that makes them feel better. If there's nobody saying anything positive out there, there's nothing for the negative people to comment on. And that's sad for them as well.
They feed off of that.
Yeah, so you're doing it for the positive people and for the negative people. We'll close out our segment with another lowercase W of the evening, and that is this.
Oh my gosh, where's our van?
Right there.
There he is. There he is. If you're thinking about getting a camper van, this is probably its most winning feature.
Yeah.
You will be able to spot it from miles away.
It's reason enough to make this really big investment.
So that was our Kansas City experience. I guess one last thought I'd share. If you're a fan out there and you're thinking, we need to fire Brandon Staley, it's fine for you to think that, but I just want you to know that's not an original thought. Every single fan base does that when their team's losing. So it's fine if you feel strongly that that's the course of action, but just know that you're kind of being basic. Does that mean?
Yeah, but no.
Brisket. And
every time I get to see a Brisket Abroad segment, it's amazing to be a part.
I felt like I was
Abroad
a little out of body experience.
It
but
really
actually
was.
being inside that segment was pretty fun.
It was like, oh yeah, we were there.
That's right.
We get to see us in all our glory. When does that happen?
Yeah.
Nobody ever sees us
twice a week.
But that was so much fun, and we really do appreciate the kind words. So glad that we got to be a part of this.
Yeah,
and
it made the drive and the trip and all the travel and all that.
It's the highlight. It's the
it.
absolute highlight of the trip. I mean, all things considered, it was the highlight of this trip. So
yeah, for sure.
Ladies, love you so much. Thank you.
Thank you
for giving us another awesome Brisket Abroad segment. Absolutely one for the books. But now it's time to go on to Ask Boltfam. Let's do it.
Let's get.
Time to put your money where your mouth is.
Hi, guys. Don't jam a thumb up his butthole. That's what you do. I wet myself in excitement.
Oh, so hungry.
Your thoughts are like totally appreciated.
Catch you later, dude.
Okay, love you, boy.
That's right, folks. It's time for Ask Boltfam, and we start off with Derwin's Dirty Duck, who asked the question.
Great win from the fellas today. How good is beating the Chiefs? Good to see Derwin James back to some form with some big plays and no brain dead moments. Also, QJ, breakout game for him. Excited to see what he can do from here. P.S. I wrote this post 20 minutes before kickoff. How did I do? My question is, regardless of today's results, who is your unsung hero so far for this season? Which player has stepped up or impressed you the most unexpectedly? And you can pick the same player. I'll go first. Kenneth Murray. He has been a pleasant surprise.
I loved this because he immediately commented afterwards and went, damn it.
Did he really?
He did.
This is awesome.
So
you really
funny.
maximize how we run into issues with this all the time to your
laugh
benefit.
so
You killed this, Derwin's Dirty Duck.
All right, unsung hero.
Unsung
Hit it.
hero.
I like the Kenneth Murray call. I think Kenneth has had a great. It seems to be what always happens with our linebackers. I mean, Kaiser White, and then you have Drew Tranquil, who played yesterday and played pretty awesome. And then now Kenneth, dude, he got a sack and a pass breakup in like the 10 minutes he was in. And then Kenneth Murray now he's figured it out. Now it'll be interesting to see if we decide to pay up and keep him, because we finally paid our dues and got that first round pick kind of look is what, I mean, he's flying around. He's making plays on runs, and it's been fun to see. So I like that. I'm going to say Thule. I really didn't expect a whole lot out of Thule coming into the season. I was excited about the pick, but I thought it was going to be one of those Chris Rumpf type of development, needs a couple years. You're picking. It's another pick for the future with Khalil and Joey already in place. But man, he's dominant. Like he had a great stop, and not only in pass rush too, it's in the run too. So for me, I did not expect Thule to have the kind of impact that he's having.
I thought you were going to say Kenneth Murray, and then I was going to be like, "Hey guys, Thule," but I didn't get that opportunity. So I'll support you. I'll support you.
We can all say the same player.
We're on the same page, 100%.
Yeah.
He's been so much fun to watch.
The only name I'll say differently is Josh Palmer. I think with Mike Williams going down, we all expected QJ to be the guy to step up, and that has not been the case. It's been Josh Palmer, and he's been getting a ton of targets, and he's been capitalizing on a lot of those. So I'm going to say Josh Palmer.
Nice. Does it feel like Quentin Johnson would be incredible if
didn't have any
Keenan Allen, like if Keenan Allen wasn't on the field, like if it was Josh Palmer and QJ, I feel like he would be first round worthy numbers right now, which I'm not saying I don't want Keenan Allen.
Right.
I'm just saying that he's a little bit of a victim of Keenan being so good.
Yeah. So there you go. Derwin's Dirty Duck. Sorry, didn't go the way you predicted, but that little damn it comment really made me laugh. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Mickey Coates, who asked the question. I'm not even sure what to think anymore, and I don't think it's fair to come to you guys asking for the shameless positivity when you're feeling just as shit as the rest of us are. No question, just want to thank you for always being there during the highs and lows, and we are sure as hell are in a big low right now. I think the best thing we could do right now is just to take it one game at a time and not think about the far future of the organization. This is for sure the last year of this iteration of this team before major changes happen. So let's go out with a bang with them. While we feel like shit, those men feel the weight tenfold. Let's support them while they're still with us. While I don't have much hope for playoffs anymore, I can still back our boys fighting with their all every Sunday, and I hope you and all the other Chargers fans can still do the same. At this point, we have nothing left but our pride as Chargers fans. Is there anything more important than that, though? I think I rambled enough. Take care, gents. K, love you, bye.
Hey, Mickey. Feel you, dude.
Absolutely.
But for me as a fan, like I still have to have hopes we can get to the playoffs, because if I didn't feel that way, it's hard to get excited and motivated for every game. I think we did just run into two really good teams in the Cowboys and the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So I think grain of salt, there's that. Our schedule gets a little different coming up. So I think we're going to start getting some wins, but you know, it's going to take a lot from this team to like get our full-fledged let's go excitement if we don't see some changes to kind of some of these problems we're all seeing. So I'm still pulling for the playoffs. Crazier shit has happened before. Yeah. So don't do that, but let's support our guys for sure.
100%. And appreciate the kind words, man.
As I was listening, I honestly feel right there with everything that he said. I don't know, like that's just my where I feel about the team right now. Mm-hmm. Could it happen? Absolutely. We're 2-4. It's not like you can't win 6 games that are left and you end up, I don't know, if you get 9 wins, you have a chance. So I think we could win 7 of the last few games. So it is possible, but I do go into it with like, no matter what, I'm supporting this team. This is my team, and I'm going to watch every snap, and I'm going to root for my guys. I don't care if it gets to the point where we're eliminated from the playoffs 8 weeks from now. I'm still going to watch every play of every game. So I feel that for sure. But yeah, I think there's still a playoff shot. It has to clean up real fast. And if we lose, if things don't go right against the Bears on Sunday night, that's when maybe this talk starts.
And some torches going on.
If we're losing to a backup quarterback from Shepherd University, it might be a different story come Monday.
I think we're gonna stack a couple wins. I feel pretty good about Sunday.
All right.
You just almost started crying.
I did. I just want to win so bad.
Mickey, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to OM Run, who asked the question.
Sunday.
This is just too depressing. I have no idea how to save the season. I'm not even sure we can beat the Bears after today. So, what's your favorite neutral? Beige or gray? And why? Provide examples. Hashtag soothing tones. Hashtag group hug. All right.
That's really funny. I'll say I'm more of a gray guy. I like the gray. It kind of goes good with pretty much everything. Beige it's also
skin
good color. It's good. It's skin color. I'm gonna go with gray.
Off-putting. Yeah, I'm gonna go with gray too. Skin color is a little bit weird, even if no matter what you see it on.
Yeah.
Like where is beige a good? Like on a car?
Khakis.
No.
I do wear a lot of khakis though.
I didn't think about.
I'm gonna say
shorts,
beige.
pants.
Gray is
beige?
a shade. Beige is a color. So
interesting.
Yeah.
Good take, but you have a gray hat on. You wearing anything beige?
I do have some beige. Not right now. Is that your only
I don't
argument?
wear a
that
lot
you're
of
gonna
beige.
Be like, where's your beige?
Yeah,
Show me.
prove it.
Yeah,
prove it. He wants examples. Go give me something beige.
I just searched this. Gray is a color that is intermediate color between black and white. It is a color.
It's like a meet in the middle type of thing.
That's how I feel right now. Want to meet in the middle. Let's come together.
Cohesive.
Let's get behind this team. Let's meet in the middle, guys.
Yeah. Wins, losses, ties.
I stand by beige.
Okay.
I plant my flag on the beige hill.
There is no wrong answer here, guys.
No, there isn't.
We're talking neutral colors.
OM Run, thank you for asking the question. Dude. Let's move on now to Marco Dallio, who asked the question.
Of all the questions we could have given 10 seconds to.
That's what I'm trying to move it along, but you're like, let me Google this. Gray is actually a color. So, how do you guys manage to be shamelessly positive? This Chargers team reminds me of a movie trailer that shows you all the great parts, but when you go to watch the movie, it's a utter disaster of a movie. Anyways, keep up the good work, guys. The only positive things to date.
Nice.
Well, it's tough, Marco.
Not easy.
It ain't easy.
Honestly, I think
sometimes.
I'm more negative until I get literally as soon as I go log into this and I see Adam's face just kind of there waiting for us. I'm like, it's gonna be a good day.
Mad at me.
It's gonna be a good day. I think Adam is the hope bringer of this podcast.
Slapping the believe poster, going like, "Come on, believe."
Wrap it up, Duggins. Shut up.
Tighten it up.
Yeah,
Pete's sake.
Luciento.
But yeah, it's tough. You just gotta find things to be shamelessly positive about. And when you look at the whole. I mean, if you just look at wins and losses, then it's like, okay, well, we lost, and that's all you can be, feel about it. But if you look at it and go like, hey, we got turnovers. Palmer's playing great. J.K. Scott had a good game.
Great game.
Sante Samuel got an interception. We're still getting sacks. Like, are we still the leading sack team in the league right now? Like,
I think so.
We might
only got one that game.
We only got one, but we were 20 last week. So it's like there's things to be positive about. You just kind of have to find it. You have to go looking for it. And sometimes that can be tough. But if you're willing, what's that Men in Black meme that's going around right now? It's like, is it worth it? He goes, oh, yeah. If you're strong enough, you got to be strong enough, folks.
That's a good
It takes
point.
a little bit of strength, but you can do it, Marco Dallio. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Boltville 714, who asked the question.
Hi, boys. Do you guys remember those how it feels like to chew 5 gum commercials? Well, I have a Chargers commercial idea, and it goes like this.
Have you ever been repeatedly kicked in the nuts? Like you get kicked in the nuts and go through the pain, most likely on the floor, crying in a fetal position, possibly in a puddle of your own vomit, and voluntarily get up only to call in the next guy with your quivering voice to have him lean into your kick like a field goal kicker and kick you in the nuts again? That's what it's like to be a Chargers fan. Join us next week when we play the Bears on Sunday Night Football and get ready to bolt up and pick up your mangled dick off the floor. Okay, love you, bye.
How's it going?
Well, I remember those commercials, but I don't remember there being an infomercial voice. It was more like, chew 5 gum,
Yeah.
tingle your senses, or something like that.
Can you do the last line in that voice?
Let's see.
Join us next week.
Let's see. Join us next week when we play the Bears on Sunday Night Football and get ready to bolt up and pick up your mangled dick off the floor.
Yeah, that's
okay. Love you. Bye.
I like it. Both work.
Absolutely. Hey, sometimes you get kicked in the dick. That's what happens. It's football, baby.
It's how you come back.
San
right?
Francisco just lost 2 in a row, and they lost to the freaking Vikings tonight. So
who did we beat?
How does their dick feel right now?
Who did we beat? Did we beat the Vikings?
We beat the Vikings.
If we play the 49ers, we probably win.
I'm sure we could twist this into we beat them, they beat them, we win the Super Bowl type of thing.
100%.
Hey,
do you want me to do it? I will.
And somebody knows Kevin Bacon, so
start working. Yeah, you need to get your whiteboard up with your string and your pens. Go.
I'm on it.
All right, Boltville 714. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Tony, who asked the question.
Question. Even with a new OC, why is it that we can't seem to score in the second half? Is it the O-line letting Herbert down, or is it Herbert and the receivers not being on the same page with each other? Why is Herbert singling out Johnston and not giving him ball when he's open?
I don't know what's going on the last 2 weeks, man. I feel like a lot of it has to be chalked up to the offensive line play. Like they have been pressuring Justin like nobody's business. Watching that people come at him all day yesterday, and not much was being done about it, really. They're getting a lot of pressure up the middle, which is never easy for a quarterback. You can't step up. It's harder. You're getting walked out into other rushers. So I think the offensive line needs to step up. So I don't know if that's Corey Linsley coming back and if he can come back or what that is, but I think we're starting to see a little bit of what we knew Clapp was going into the season. And what is Clapp? He's not Linsley.
What is Clapp?
What's the switch?
Clapp's
what's the switch from the first half to the second half?
I don't know. They were just pressuring, and I don't know what they were doing differently to not get the ball. We almost scored we almost scored, and Justin had the pick in the red zone. They were just getting their hands up, and he gets a lot of ball steps sometimes. I don't know. It was very odd. Very odd.
That was right off his helmet. That was a doink right off the.
I didn't see it up close. We were at the game, obviously. What
shot
happened?
Straight up. It shot straight up 15 feet in the air, just doinked right off his helmet. The defensive lineman.
Bummer.
Damn.
Yeah. The defensive lineman went to rush, stepped back, doinked him in the helmet, shot straight up.
Weird.
Yeah.
He's having. Yeah. Okay. I love Justin more than anything in the world. He's having a bad stretch right now. He'll come back. I'm not worried about that at all.
I don't know what happened once this 2-game stretch started. That finger got jacked up, and
That's exactly what happened.
He's sensitive. I know it's not his throwing hand, but when you're here and you go to throw, you're coming here. It has to be something is not comfortable with his messed up finger.
Groove, for sure.
It has to, the passes that he's missing to Keenan Allen consecutive weeks now. Something's off, and that's the only. Maybe it's the beard, but I think it's the finger.
I heard that rumor. I'll go with the finger.
All right, Tony. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Andrew Gordon, who asked the question.
I'm not a coach, but why are they not pressing at the line? Receivers were getting free releases all day. When you had 2 back safeties, your corners can take more risks knowing you have help over the top. Also, why was the middle of the field always open in the first half?
It was absolutely no idea.
No clue.
No idea.
Got no answer.
I can't help you. I don't know why.
That's a Daniel Popper, Coach Staley question.
100%. Shoot it over to Dan Popper. He'll probably throw it in the rotation and make Coach even more pissed off. Andrew Gordon, wish we had a better answer for you, but thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Zachary Shelton, who asked the question.
So this wasn't a great game by the team. Overthrows by Herbert and the defense leaving Travis Kelce wide open on every reception. But we are not eliminated yet. We have Chicago and the Jets coming up, and those could be 2 wins to get us back to 500 and right back in the AFC. Do you still believe that this team can pull it out in the end?
I personally think so. I think they need to. It's obvious to all of us what's going on and why. We're not. Second half offense is not working. You got to figure that out. I don't know what it is. Figure it out. And the defense just need to play a full game. So maybe stop. It was an interesting thought I had. It's like, Staley is very aggressive coach. Everyone calls him a very aggressive coach, right? Like he's going for it on 4th down, doing all the stuff. But his play calls on defense are pretty conservative. Like he's got this kind of Jekyll and Hyde thing where it's like if you can apply analytics, he'll be aggressive. But if there's no analytics that can be applied to a formation or whatever, like on the, immediately, there doesn't seem to be that there. It's like, I don't want to get beat as opposed to I want to go beat them up. So if they can maybe change that mentality a little bit and start, getting in people's faces and doing stuff that worked for us in previous years, if they can do all that, I think we have a chance. We just got to get a couple. It's like they come in bunches. Players always say that. You get a rhythm, you get a routine, you start going. We don't have it at all right now. So they need to get going quick against the Bears and then just keep going and just, catch a couple of these in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, I still believe. I mean, you have to believe. Like, we've got players on this team that are playmakers, and whatever the reason is that's holding them back from pulling out a dub in the end has to get figured out. I mean, even Coach said, he's like, we got to reset this team. Got to hit the reset button. So hopefully they do that. Hopefully they are able to reset. Hopefully they can start back fresh and just figure it out, man. Just figure it out. But
I just want Staley. I need Staley to be better. That's what I need. I believe right now, but I'll get behind him again if he can correct this in the next 2 games.
Yeah, right the ship.
I'm down. I want to support him and get behind him, because otherwise you're just going to be mad every week.
Yeah.
So just get better.
Zachary Shelton, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Daryl 21, who asked the question.
Guys, we were thinking of you Sunday. Wolldog and Kev, knowing you two were at the game, and congrats to Kyle on the new arrival. I'm going to keep this simple as can be, because I can only imagine what this Ask Boltfam will be like. Is it the coaching that is the main issue with our team? We can't seem to game plan at all anymore, and it flat out seems to me that although we have some dogs, we don't have that it factor, mental or physical. Coaching is a mess across the board. Herbo seems mentally timid and lost. I'm officially out on Staley, and I'm already fading out on Moore. I'd say talk me off the ledge, but I feel I've already stepped off until further notice. Till next time, okay, I love you, bye.
Are you a wizard? He's stepped off the ledge, and he's just floating there. You can get back on. I love this.
He's Wile E. Coyote.
I love it. Yeah, he's Wile E. Coyote. I love it.
Until he realizes he's off the ledge.
Yeah, this is one of those you got to earn my trust back a little bit. I feel like we've been beaten up a little bit, and it's a relationship that's on the rocks right now.
Yeah.
But I want this to work. I want to be with you. I want to make this work. So
yeah.
Earn me back. Do something cool. Make a statement. I need a statement game. I can't have like a 2-point, 3-point win. Give me a freaking statement game.
Yeah.
Even if it's against a bad team, like give us a complete game, offense and defense, and let us get excited about the fact that we can do that. Because right now, a lot of people feel like we can't.
Yeah.
I need to win against a good team. Honestly, like I don't remember the last time we beat a good team. We thought it was the Dolphins last year, but they went on to lose like 5 in a row after that.
Right.
I don't know. I don't remember the last time we really beat a good team, except for the Chiefs like 3 years ago. It does. It's just like I don't feel like we have an identity as a team. No one comes in like, this is what the Chargers are going to do, and we have to stop them.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do what we want, and the Chargers are going to try to game plan around it. It's not like we're going to run the ball down your throat, and you're not going to be able to do anything on offense. We're going to suffocate you, and you're going to have to work around us. Let's see if we can chameleon our way into a win. Figure it out.
Hey, I love that.
I'll take baby steps. Start beating a bad team, and then run into a team with a little confidence and do what Kyle said.
Set it on easy mode.
Yeah, we got to build our way up.
Then
put it on rookie. Yeah.
And then we'll get up to advanced.
All right. Daryl 21, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Javier Rodriguez, who asked the question.
Staley is not getting fired. Do you think someone needs to make him give up play calling?
Certified fresh, by the way. Welcome, Javier.
Hey.
Welcome.
All right. Do you think someone needs to make him?
I just want to
play calling?
I wouldn't be mad at like seeing what a game looked like without him calling, because I don't know any difference. This is the only defensive play caller I've known for the last 3 years. So
right.
Will it happen? No, because that's what he wants to do. And he
clearly said it in the press conference. He's not giving it up. So
yep.
Just some, yeah.
I don't know who can tell him other than management and ownership, but
yeah, if Tommy T came out and said you're going to give up play calling, I'm going to fire you, then he would have to do it. But
yeah,
He's not going to do that. But it might end up costing both of them. I don't know. I'm not going to start talking like that. But I would love to see that. I would love for him to be like, look, I need to have oversight of both offense and defense. I'm going to step back from play calling so that I can more effectively cast a vision for what our team is. Because it's something, just change something. Mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
We almost need somebody that, like, when you go play like blitz or something, you just pick a random play. I almost kind of want a coach that's just going to like pick a random play and get crazy, like a couple times, Yeah. That's what I kind of want to see.
Get coach a dartboard, get him some darts.
Yeah.
And just throw them on the sideline.
Start throwing.
Yeah. All right. 2 spider banana Y break. All
Let's
right.
go.
Javier Rodriguez, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Unanimous, who asked the question.
Y'all love Pop. What do you make about his article after the KC game about what Staley said about their defense and his DBs saying the complete opposite? Seems like the DBs knew what he was calling wasn't the correct calls and knew it needed to be different. Kind of like JC.
All right, so we played this game where first we're mad at JC, but then JC says he's not getting communicated by coach. So then we're mad at coach, but then coach says, no, we told him what was up. And then we're like, okay, now it's that we're mad at JC. But now we've just had this bullshit where Staley said we wanted to do this one play type. And we heard from Derwin and Mike saying we knew that wasn't the right move. And so now we're mad at coach again. And so it's like, I hate this drama. This is the worst drama to have for this team, I think.
It's just in the Pop thing. Like, he feels like the Washington Post in All the President's Men. He's doing the hard hitting journalism.
He's Woodward and Bernstein.
Exactly. He is going to get to the bottom of the story, which I appreciate him doing because you're getting different stories of what's happening.
Right.
But I don't know. It doesn't make me happy in my fandom that this is happening.
No, it's the worst to be as a fan because you're not there in the room listening and hearing everything that's happening. You're just getting perspectives from different people. So it's tough.
Wait, I'm sorry if I'm slow, but how is it like JC?
Because JC was like, talked about how
behind the scenes, who was actually saying the right thing.
He was like, I didn't know that I wasn't going to be playing, like why they made him an like a healthy scratch. And then they were like, no, he knew what was going on. We knew what the game plan was. And then he came out to play and then refused.
So just overall, like the lack of communication.
Basically,
that's
yes.
Kind of
not,
what
nothing specific. Yeah. Just more.
I never heard JC come out and say like he's calling bad plays and he shouldn't have called this or that.
No. Not that.
That's what we're having now.
But just more about like
more the idea.
They didn't tell me what was going on, and then Staley said, no, we 100% told him. If he didn't like the answer, that's on him. But
which brings into question, was he being truthful there? Exactly. I guess that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
So
okay. Those dots aren't connecting for me. I don't know. I don't see the correlation. I think they're two separate things of I don't know. I don't make that connection that now we hate Coach Staley because he did it with JC and now the DB. I'm not making that.
It's just, who do you believe at this point? Do you believe JC or do you believe the coach?
We traded JC, so I don't believe him for a second.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't believe a person that doesn't tie his shoelaces and won't go in the game. That guy sucks.
Doesn't go to court. Yeah.
That still sucks.
No, I don't believe him. Yeah, he sucks. And he sucked on the field, so he was scraping.
Unanimous, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Bolts and Bogies, who asked the question.
It's been a while since I posted. Thanks to you guys for being here and getting us through this shit show. I'm so sick and tired of Brandon Staley say his typical weekly, we've got a lot of respect for their team bullshit spiel. He either doesn't respect them enough to play press coverage on them, or he's got way too much respect for them that he feels they'll blow right past our corners. I can't make up my goddamn mind, but I'm sick and tired of hearing the same BS every single month. He shouldn't have respect for an undrafted Justin Fields backup QB. I know the Spani will probably not fire Staley until after the season, but do you think they should give Kellen a shot at some point during the season? Or do you think Kellen has shown that he has his own issues? Kellen has been interviewed for head coach jobs and has not gotten a chance, and I'm wondering if it's for a reason. He doesn't sound like he's a big leadership personality like Staley is. That is one of the things I actually liked about Brandon was the way he talked to the team, and he seemed to have their buy-in. I think he is starting to lose some of that, but at this point. What? I think he's starting to lose some of that, but at this point. What? So let me get your opinion. Should they give Kellen a chance mid-season or next season, or would you rather they look elsewhere? What would you like to see in a head coach? Would you take another chance on another first-time head coach, or bring in a guy with experience like Harbaugh or Jason Garrett? I'm tired of this BS, but not too tired to BTF you. Kay, sincerely, thanks, love, and love you guys. Bye.
I feel like we're going to be talking a lot. We're going to get a lot of these questions moving forward.
Yeah, the coaching candidates start to rev up that engine because it's going.
If you look at the track record, if you want to go play this hypothetical, I don't want to fully give up on him yet, but he's annoying me. You're annoying me, Brandon. I want a guy that has the track record. We've gone 3 straight first-time head coaches, Lynn, McCoy, and Brandon. I think you're in LA now. You're making more money. You could probably afford to go pay somebody. So that's how I feel about that.
So Nick Sirianni.
No, like the funnest name is Harbaugh. The funnest name is Harbaugh. Like,
yeah,
if Michigan goes and wins the championship this year, you can cross that off his list and maybe comes back to the NFL. Like, who knows?
Yeah,
they're under investigation again about more crap. I think that Harbaugh is going to be like, I'm done with this NCAA BS. I'm tired of being persecuted for buying a meal for a kid that had no money.
Yeah.
So I think that Harbaugh may
Justin
make
Herbert
jump.
needs me.
Yeah, I think he may
I
make
don't have
the
to
jump.
buy him lunch.
Yeah, he's rich.
Flies off into the night.
He flies off. Oh my god.
Yeah, I want somebody that's done it, but if they're not sitting around, if they're good at it, they have a job. So
yeah, you need to lure somebody out of a position with some greenbacks is what you need.
Yeah.
You need to give them some, put your money where your mouth is, and get somebody to make it change. They're not going to.
I was thinking about this, and it may not be a hot take. People may hate it. I was thinking about the name Rex Ryan. Here's the only reason why. He had identity. You knew what you were getting when you played a Rex Ryan football team. Like, they were a little bit Dan Campbell, bite your kneecaps off. And I just feel like we haven't had that in so long. Maybe it's like that yearning for what you don't have thing, but I want somebody that has a strong identity of what they're going to do, not just I'm going to go for it on every 4th down that comes up. That's the main identity that we have now. I don't know. It's just, I want something that's like, I know what I'm getting. We're going to face this team. Well, we better buckle up and get ready for this type of game, Yeah.
We're going to be asked this a lot. Still mid-season. I don't want to get too thinking about this just yet, but
it could turn around.
We hear what you're saying. We absolutely hear what you're saying.
Yeah. I don't think Kellen Moore's the answer quite yet either. I don't think, especially this early on in the season, he's
You're going to let this
He's got to
play
get
out.
the offense figured out first before we even talk about putting him in a head coaching position.
Yeah.
So, Bolts and Bogies, thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to House of Hain, who asked the question. The one takeaway from this game is that Staley did make adjustments in this game. Q is not getting the ball when open. We need more from the O-line. What say you?
House of Hain with the positivity. He did. Yeah, you can give him that. He eventually did make the adjustment. So
yeah,
good. That's a good way to look at it.
For effort.
A for effort.
I mean, and the Chiefs thing, you couldn't play man because it's Tyreek Hill. That's not a thing anymore. So you need to go out there and do it. So yeah, he made the adjustment and it worked in the second half. I agree with everything. I think all those are just spot on statements.
Yeah. There it is. House of Hain, thank you for asking the questions. Let's move it on now to Scotty B63, who asked the question. Do you have any thoughts on how QJ1 is being used, or more specifically, not being used.
I watched, there were a few plays where I was like, I'm just going to lock in on a player and watch him. QJ is quick off the line. He's got a great release. Like, he's getting open. He is just not the first two reads.
He's not, no.
It just is what that is. So if you want to get him more involved, you got to make him an earlier read. Because Justin gets it out quick. He's moving it quick down the field. So
yeah,
that's the unfortunate part.
Yeah.
The read is Keenan, Josh, Austin, and that's it. That's in that progression. Unless it's the check down happens to be Gerald Everett. It's like that. It just feels like that's what it is. Or very one-off cases. Hey, look to the tight end on this play.
Yeah.
Sure. It's just
Hugh had a big play too this game. He had one big catch. But it always seems like kind of out of desperation when he goes to him. It's not like we're in the rhythm, we're moving the ball. It's kind of like a desperate heave it up, kind of you're my last option kind of thing.
I mean, everyone knew coming into the season he's not a deep ball guy, but that's every route he runs. I saw some stat like 70% of his routes or posts or like just fade go routes. So I don't know. It's just there's something off there. They're still figuring it out.
Yeah,
I'm not blaming Q. I'm not blaming Quentin for it. I think it's a feeling out period from OC and Justin and Quentin all in the same thing.
Yeah. Scotty B63, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Tyler
Foster,
who asked the question.
Why wasn't the second half defensive game plan implemented earlier in the game? Clearly the game plan they started with was horrible. This isn't the first time we've played the Chiefs. This loss just really sucks. Hope you guys are all right. Okay, love you. Bye.
I concur.
Yeah, I agree.
I basically just concur. I wish they would have done that in the second quarter before they went off and scored 2 touchdowns. That would have been cool. But they didn't.
Yeah, that's all we can say is
we're doing good. Hey, it is literally like a 24-hour period for me.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling good. I'm getting ready for this.
Yeah.
We got another primetime game. We got another primetime game this week.
That was very convincing.
Yeah. We're good now.
And Kevin's frozen.
I'm fine. Are you fine? He's back. I'm fine. You're fine? Everything's fine.
Tyler, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Swipe of Visuals, who asked the question.
Howdy, fellers. Another tough loss this week for our Bolts. It's upsetting to see, but on to the next one, I guess. Anyways, my question. Is Brandon Staley losing the locker room? By the looks of things, the team is telling Daniel Popper that they were running zone while Brandon said they were running man in the first half. It's so frustrating right now because of Staley's miscues, and I hope Woolie's voice impression to this question makes me happy. Can't love you, bye, fellers, and fuck the living shit out of the goddamn Chiefs and their goddamn refs, and fuck the goddamn Raiders. Imagine losing to a D2 QB Raiders, and fuck you, Denver Donkeys. I'm talking about the Broncos, by the way.
Yeah, that was awesome to see the Raiders lose to the freaking Bears. I mean,
that was cool.
They didn't just lose. They got whooped.
Yeah.
You got shellacked by the Bears.
Another silver lining to stay shamelessly positive right now.
We were walking into this game seeing that. We're like, guys, this is a great day. It was going great.
Yeah, there was upsets left and right.
Did the Green Bay Packers, did they beat the Broncos or did the Broncos win?
Broncos won.
God,
like 2 points.
All right. Well, do you think Brandon Staley's losing the locker room?
I think it's too early to say that. I think the quotes are perfect quotes to contradict. I don't know.
It's frustration.
I don't know if he's losing the locker room or if the players were just very frustrated of how they decided to play that game.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you just immediately bail on the coach. They all seem to have a lot of relationships with them. So I don't think that's there. I think there's frustration though. Our frustration is the players' frustration.
Right.
And I'm sure Brandon Staley has an incredible amount of frustration. He doesn't want to be doing this shit.
No.
So yeah, everyone's frustrated.
We're all frustrated.
I wonder why there's not like this idea of communication keeps coming up. I wonder why there's not like the leadership committee that we have. Why is there not some opportunity for them to be like, hey, what the hell are we doing with this game plan? Like, this is not going to work. Yeah. It seemed like they all knew it wasn't going to work. Why is there no like, hey, I get paid a lot of money more than you too? Like, let's talk this thing out. I don't think this is going to work. And maybe they did that, and he still said, F you, we're still doing it.
I don't think that. I think they just believe in their coach. I think that goes to this question. I think they're like, all right, coach wants to do this. We're going to ride with him. And it didn't work. And they were like, okay, well, that didn't work. So I think it's more of that.
Could be. Swipe of Visuals, thank you for asking the question. Moving on now to DJ Jones, and shout out to Jay Zags. But I'm going with DJ Jones on this one, who asks the question. Hey, y'all. My question for you guys would be this. With a clear head coaching change coming on the horizon, what coaches or style of coaching would you guys like/prefer that fits this team and sets us up to complete for years to come? For example, Eric Bieniemy or Mike Vrabel.
I think Kyle had a good one. We talked about it before. I don't want to keep diving into these. I'm just going to say the same thing until I'm just going to say the same thing. I think interesting ones would be Harbaugh, or I think Kyle brought up a good one that immediately when they said the name, I was like, oh yeah, that'd be kind of interesting. Would be Rex Ryan. I think those are two interesting names of guys that aren't, they've been head coaches before. They've done it. And that's more of my criteria. If we do have to move on, somebody that's done it before and been successful, not just somebody that's done it before.
That would be interesting. Yeah, I don't have no comment from
no comment.
But DJ Jones and Jay Zags, thank you guys for asking the question. Let's move on now to Gavin Gibson.
Kevin,
who asked the question.
Would I be justified banning my kids from listening to Taylor Swift after her current poor life choice? Don't think I can allow her songs in my house anymore. It's hard being 2-4, but we will rise like a bolted phoenix from the ashes next week. Chin up and bolt up. K, love you, boy.
Gavin, if you do this, you're just going to drive them further into her arms. You can't just take that away. You just got to walk into the room and make a little comment about her while they're listening to the music. Do it subtly. Beat them down slowly.
No, you got this. You got this all wrong. You need to double down on Taylor Swift. There's not a chance.
Oh, if Dad loves her.
There's not a chance in hell that these two get married. So you go all in on Taylor Swift. When they break, they're now Team Taylor, anti-Team Kelsey. Hate the Chiefs. I mean, that's just the play. There's no way that this is going to end up working. The play is go all in on Taylor.
Beckett play.
Did you see her bracelet? She has a bracelet that has his number on it.
That just means that number one hit that she's going to have after the breakup is going to be like colossal.
Yeah.
All right.
Tied in, boy.
There's a couple of strategies there, Gavin. Hopefully one of them works out for you. Thank you for asking the question.
Thanks, man.
Let's move it on now to Athair Kadir.
Kadir.
Who asked the question.
Judge and Chad, I have a serious question for my baby Bulldog #1 and Coach and Kevin, baby. I'm very hopeful about our season, and we can do some great things, baby. At least 2 playoff wins. My question is it time for Spanos to move on from Telesco? He is an average GM. We need a new voice and leader regardless of who the coach is, baby. I hope Staley because I love my guy, baby. Let's hear everyone, please. Love you, NTR Herbal, my baby Chargers country. Let's ride, baby.
I love you, Thier. We're getting 2 playoff wins. I love this. I'm in.
And you still want to fire the GM.
Yeah.
We're going to the Super Bowl and we're firing that boy.
Getting rid of that GM.
Later, dude.
Yeah. He didn't help us out.
He's on that year. They do 10 years with a GM, and pretty much
that's an insane amount of time.
They haven't had a GM go more than 10 years. So he's on year 10 right now.
I asked my wife today, I was like, do you know how long that Tom Telesco has been the GM? She's like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years. I was like, no, a decade. This is 1 decade, and we have not won a single AFC West, and we have 1 playoff win in that tenure. How do you keep your job? Like, what is he doing? What dirt does he have on the Spanos family? I'm sorry, that's a negative take, but the game of football is winning. You have to win to keep your job. He's pretty much won nothing and has been a 10-year GM in the NFL. That's impressive.
I picture him like Jack Lemmon and Glenn Ross. He's like, I just need 1 more year, Jack. Come on. I just need the leads. Dean, I need the leads. These leads are garbage. Come on, Dean. Give me 1 more year, Dean. 1 more year. I'll turn this ship around. But yeah, we'll see.
It's interesting. I was just thinking about this. So we've had a couple really good drafts, right? Let's say 3. We've had 3 really good drafts.
3 out of 10.
But hear me out. Is he really going off what coaches want? Sounds like he is. Sounds like he's buying into whatever the coaches want. That's why his drafts have been kind of all over the place a little bit, is that he has maybe a different coaching philosophy take on a player all across the board. And it's not that, as opposed to other GMs who are like, this is who we're taking. And maybe that's why the ups and downs and curves, like, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I don't know. But I think that's kind of interesting to think about, because then as of late, I immediately went to, but he's had a couple great drafts, but why are they great drafts? Why are they so much better than previous drafts? You know what I mean? It's an interesting idea.
It's a thought.
What's the get to there? What are you getting at?
Nothing really.
He's not a good GM.
I'm saying it. I'm saying it without saying it, that maybe he doesn't, like if you want to have a guy that's going to consistently draft really good players,
have a game plan.
Yeah, maybe not
some consistency.
Yeah.
Maybe not 3 out of 10 years with a good draft.
Yeah, maybe more.
You were trying to be shamelessly positive.
I couldn't. My body just like wrenches. I could feel my stomach like, oh my God, you're saying something negative, Kevin. Stop.
All right, Athir, thank you.
Love you,
you tried to stop before making the point.
No, I realized where the point was, and I had to stop. I was on this train that couldn't stop, and I had to derail myself.
Athir, good deal.
I'm done talking.
Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on to random stoner thoughts. So ask the question, what are we gonna do about winning? All this losing sucks.
Hey man, dude.
What are we gonna do?
Hey man, guy.
Why don't you put her in charge?
Do you know what really hurt? On Sunday after the game, my brother-in-laws, both of them came over. It was my son's birthday. So both of my brother-in-laws came over. One brother-in-law is a Bears fan. And he's like, oh, sorry about the game today. I was like, oh, thanks, man. Like, we're in this together. Two win teams. This sucks. My other brother-in-law is a Ravens fan. He's like, oh, yeah, sorry, man. I'm like, Brad?
Shut your mouth.
Get out of my house or change your attitude. You don't get to say sorry to me. You're condescending.
Not 2-4. Get out of my house.
Yeah, you just beat the Lions by 40 points. You don't get to say I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you go enjoy your win in the backyard.
Yeah,
all right.
Head down.
Head down. Yeah, don't talk to me.
All right. Well, I don't know. Random stoner thoughts. That's the random stoner thought of the day. But thank you.
I like it. Come back. It's fun.
Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Thunder Lips.
Certified fresh?
I think it's got to be certified fresh.
The giggle that you just gave was not somebody that's returned.
I love that name.
All right, Thunder Lips. Who asked the question?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Powerful words.
I love it.
We all know why this team has been struggling. Oh yeah. Hoo-ha. The bottom dwelling defense, the spotty offense, the abysmal game planning. Oh, it all stems back to one thing, one problem that is dragging this entire team down. And we must get rid of it if our team is to survive. So, Justin Herbert, shave that wispy beard off your fucking face so we can get back to winning some goddamn games. Hoo-ha. Thank you. Hoo-ha.
Thunder Lips with the fire.
Thunder Lips with the scripts. Let's go. Come back. You bring those back, man. That was really funny.
I mean,
hey, you know how superstitious we are. I would have shaved it a while ago.
Yeah. Shave it, get rid of it. I mean, that one year where he had the luscious flowing hair and then he like buzzed it practically.
And we started losing. That was stupid.
Well, he buzzed it and we started winning. When he cut
I thought we
hair.
started losing.
No, that was like we started seeing like some smiles from Herbert after that. I mean, his hair
was his rookie.
Majestic.
That was his rookie.
That was his rookie year.
Yeah,
I'm pulling back to 3 years ago.
He
hasn't had any major hair changes.
That's like 3 kids ago for me. I got no memories. I don't know.
But hey, whatever it takes, Thunder Lips. If that means shaving his beard, please,
man,
do it for the greater good, Herbert. But Thunderlips, thank you for
come back. Please
question.
come back.
Please come back.
I love the tone. I love the energy. Bring us more of that, please.
And the name.
And the name. Bring that name with you.
Yeah.
Let's move it on now to Lexi M, who asked the question. Well, I guess the team didn't benefit from that team building experience we dreamed up for them. On to my question. What former passed away or alive defensive Chargers player would you hire to help coach and defense, and what coaching position would you give him? I'll go first. I choose Seo for linebackers coach. He would have a lot of great suggestions that could free up some time for Ansley to work with the secondary. Mine would be way off, but go easy on me. Thanks so much, guys, for being amazing week to week and reminding us to stay positive. I look forward to listening every episode, and you guys have been making the worst games better. Also, Kyle, please keep up Coach's Corner. Can I suggest doing some stuff on how to eliminate Kelsey in the game? Okay, that's enough from me. Just a reminder, the red assholes, convicts, and donkeys. Bolt the up. Caleb, bye.
Nice.
I like that. Bringing Seo back to be a linebackers coach. That would be pretty fun.
Former player.
Former defensive player, alive or past.
Sean Merriman, rush guy. I don't know. I feel like that would be fun. Yeah.
Is there a rush guy title that we can give him?
Yeah, just be the rush guy. Not even a coach. You're the rush guy.
Come in. Be our rush guy.
Yeah.
I like that. I go Rodney Harrison, help with the secondary a little bit.
Be our hit guy.
So I think you want to have,
we have a rush guy,
we got a hit guy, a run around in the back of the field guy. Yeah.
Got a lot of guys.
Got a lot of guys here. But I would say Ansley maybe move over to like coaching the whole defense and have somebody come in and really focus on I don't know who our DB's coach is, but I don't even know if they're playing that bad because of what they're being, the technique and shit. It's just where they're being played. My brain is just spasming.
You started that with, I don't even know if, and that's just the truth of it. I don't know nothing.
No, none of us know nothing.
I don't know anything.
It's so confusing.
Somebody messaged us and said, like, you guys are being too positive. You're losing your credibility. I was like, we've never had credibility.
What credibility?
Never once in my life have I ever had credibility. And I don't intend on starting now.
Oh. All right. Lexi.
Credibility.
I can't even spell it. Lexi M. Thank you for asking the questions.
Stupid.
Let's move it on now to B, who asked the question.
Feels fresh.
Is there a realistic trade that can be made for a player that will immediately elevate the play of offense and another for the defense?
Tyreek Hill would be great.
Realistic one. I think so. Offensively, I was thinking about I was like, if we can win a couple games, because the trade deadline is next Tuesday. It's not far off. It's October. I think it's Halloween. So it's coming up here right after this Bears game. I was thinking if we could win 2 out of 3 out of the bye, we have a winning record. I would have loved to see us go try to get back Hunter Henry. It's like we already did some dealings with the Patriots.
Yeah.
He's on the last year of his deal. He's that kind of tight end that he can block and catch. He's a stud. It would have been awesome if we were in contention to go and get him back for this little run.
Yeah.
I think the tight end position, I just don't think we have a true tight end on our football team.
No.
All those guys are Stone Smart now is getting a pretty significant amount of snaps. We just have like big-bodied, slower receivers is what our tight end group is.
Mm-hmm.
None of them do I feel confident putting their hand in the dirt and getting us, like, we're not going to run at them. It's like they're going to be there as a decoy, but I don't know. I feel like Hunter Henry would have been cool to get back on the tail end of his deal with the Patriots.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll stick with offense on this one, where I think there's so many question marks about Corey Linsley, about if his health and what's going to happen. I don't think Clapp's the answer. I do not. I would say go and get if you know that he's not going to be coming back, if we may not have Corey anymore for whatever reason, now would be the time, I guess, to go try and do it if you think we can salvage this thing. Try and trade for somebody, because you're not going to get a rookie to come in and be ready to go the way we need one if that's a dire situation. So that would be mine for offense.
Yeah, like what happens if Will Clapp goes down right now?
I don't even know. I think it's
Sawyer or McFadden.
No, it's our other guy that.
Oh, Hymas probably.
Yeah, Brendan Hymas. So that's just terrifying concept. We're getting pressured up the middle so much. Like that's such an important position, and him not being in there definitely shows. You can see what's happened to the run game since he's been out.
Yeah, I can't think of any trade possibilities out there or any players. I mean, I'm not in tune with that, so no comment from Woldog yet again. But B, it's a great question. Thank you for asking it. Let's move on now to Paul
Zamaripa.
Paul Zamaripa.
Certified Fresh.
Who asked the question.
Guys, I've been a Chargers fan since Fouts, Winslow, and Joyner, and I live in the middle of Kansas. I'll be attending my first Charger game ever versus the Lions. I'm bringing the whole family and the grandkids and proudly wearing the number 10 Herbert jerseys. My question is, besides Thunder Alley, what should be my top, you choose 5 to 10 things to do before, during, and after the game?
Awesome. You're going to your first game. Being
sick.
a fan that long. That's badass, dude. I hope they win for you so bad. I'm going to be literally thinking of you, Paul, during that game because I want them to win that for you.
Paul Zamaripa.
Yeah, God. And who'd have thought, like, wow, that game you want to circle on your calendar is the Lions game now. Like, those guys are a problem.
Well, Sunday they got their butt whooped, but
those happen. They're a good team. We know all about it.
What are we doing? All right. Well, he wants to know what he should do. Top 5 to 10 things before, during, and after the game. So he's already going to Thunder Alley. That's off the list. What else could he?
Definitely go to the beach if you're going. I don't know how often you've been to LA. Do the beach. There's some great stuff. Like Hollywood's really fun to go check out. It's not super far away, so you're kind of in the middle of all that stuff. So there's just a lot.
You got grandkids. Disneyland's right there. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, Anaheim's right down the road. So downtown Disney's fun, even if you don't want to go into the park. There's so much to do. I took my boys up to the game and I was like, all right, what do we have time to get in? There's a million things that we could possibly do.
In and out.
Yeah.
Definitely go to In and Out.
Oh, yeah. Wow, I didn't think about that. Yeah. It's funny that you picked Crocodile Hunter for the guy that states he's from Kansas in the question.
I know. I just had to go with.
It was a great voice.
With an awesome voice. Crikey.
All right. Yeah, definitely hit up the pro shop. There's a lot of things at the pro shop that you can't find online. Like if you look at the online shop, there are things that you'll find that at the pro shop that aren't even offered online. You can only get them there. So definitely give yourself some time either before or after the game to go check out and try to find some cool things to take home with you. I feel like there's like some meet and greets sometimes that happen at like I think it's YouTube Theater they have over there at SoFi. You can sometimes find a way to meet some Charger legends that are just kind of hanging out prior to the game.
There's one that whenever I go back, I love to do. I don't know if you're into movies, if you like movies, if you got a little time, they have Quentin Tarantino's movie theater is called the New Beverly Cinema. They play like retro movies, like older stuff, and they have a whole calendar. That's a really fun experience.
Yeah, your grandkids will love that.
It's all. I don't know if that'll. Sorry, maybe when they go to bed you can go, but I don't know. There's another one.
Grandkids' parents are probably going to be there too. That's the beauty of being a grandpa.
Yeah.
See you later, guys.
If you're into movies, that's super fun too.
Yeah. But just spend as much time as you can at Thunder Alley. It's just going to be a huge fun time, and then you get to the game. And it's just a blast, man.
SoFi.
It's going to be a great day.
Going to Arrowhead, it just makes me appreciate how rad our stadium is.
Oh, it's
that stadium feels like Qualcomm. No offense to Qualcomm. I loved you. I had a lot of fun times in there, but it's just a concrete slab, and that's exactly what Arrowhead is, and that is not what SoFi is at all.
No, state of the art, baby.
That's right.
Paul, have fun, have a blast, be safe. Say hi to the grandkids for us. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to BRAD81, who asked the question.
It's a refresh.
Hey guys, me and my lovely girlfriend are going to watch her first NFL game ever, and mine and SoFi. We will be driving from Arizona to Cali while listening to this. We are so excited, but after watching this Chiefs game, it hurt. Please give us some optimism about this game and get us excited. Also, she is debating on getting either a Zont or Keenan jersey. Please help her pick one.
Here's optimism. I got it for you. So we're going up against a team that has a bad record and doesn't have their starting quarterback. So of all the games you're going to go to, the odds, like when we go to people are picking us to win, it's probably going to be pretty heavily favored us this week, even though we played not great against the Chiefs. So you picked a good game to go to, and hopefully it'll kickstart what we want in the future.
There you go.
Thank you.
I like it. That's a good take. Also, Keenan jersey, 100%.
Because that's a legendary jersey.
He's a legend. No, it's like wearing a Phil jersey. You can still wear it, and people are like, "Oh that's awesome."
We saw Sao jerseys at the Chiefs game. Like it still, you can wear that
Sao
for
and
20 years.
Tomlinson.
Yeah,
you can wear a
Keenan's Charger Hall of Fame. So you can. I would pick up a Keenan jersey if you don't have one yet.
100%. All right, there you go. BRAD81. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Brisket Broads. Who asked the question?
Your question is, how great is it going to be when we make it to the playoffs and this pain is but a faint memory that we only laugh at?
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
It's going to be great.
Dude,
I love laughing at pain.
Yeah. But hey, we always predict undefeated seasons, but what are the Chargers? They're this. They're going to break our hearts and then give us hope, and then hopefully more hope. We got this. Playoffs, here we come.
What's our record projection out? 13-4?
Yeah.
13-4, baby. That's what we said this whole time.
Run it back.
It's what we've been saying since day one.
Yeah, 13-4.
What is the can I see it one more time? The Teddy tantrum. What's the pose?
He's this with his foot's up too. He's on his back, like on his side, and his hand and foot are up. He doesn't make any noise. That's the thing. He's just like this. Like looking.
All right. Laughter is the best medicine. Brisket Broads, and you have
just laugh about it now.
Keeps, yeah.
Yeah,
start laughing at your pain right now.
Laugh now. Ask
It
questions.
so much. It's not fun. It sucks.
We're gonna be in the playoffs. It's happening. Brisket Broads said it. So. Brisket Broads, thank you for asking the question. And we go out of Ask Boltfam with Dirty Ferdy, who asks the question.
It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. Instead of treated, we get tricked. Instead of kisses, we get kicked. It's a hard knock life. Don't it feel like the wind is always howling? Don't it seem like there's never any light? Once a week, don't you want to throw the towel in?
Oh, no, because now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat, and me and Huggin and the coach are going to try to move your feet. See, I am Wool Dog, and I like to say hello. I said a hip, hip, hop to the hip, and hippie to the hip, hip, hop, and you don't stop the rock to the bang, bang, the boogie. Say up, jump the boogie, dig the rhythm to the boogie, the beat, skiddly bebop, but we rock the Scooby-Doo. And guess what, Bolt fam? We love you. But all right. I'm going to take a shot in the dark, but I'm sensing a lot of negativity lurking. Yeah, we lost a few, but we got a lot of football left. Win, lose, or draw, we die hard Bolt fams. Let's act like it and lift each other. Dirty Ferdy and the pod loves you all. Question. When you're feeling down about anything, laughter is always helpful. Each of you tell me the funniest story you have about each other. K, love you, bye.
When he said Dirty Ferdy and the pod loves you all, it made me think of the other guys when he said Dirty Dan and the boys. He said, thanks for the F Shack, Dirty Dan and the boys.
Oh my God.
That's us.
All right.
It's
I'm
Dirty
sorry,
Ferdy
Dirty
and the
Ferdy.
boys.
I wasn't in Annie. And
You did great.
No.
You did it.
All right. Let's hear some funny stories about
man.
each other. Something that makes you laugh when you think about it.
Yeah, it's kind of in theme with this episode of Laughing at Pain.
Gotta laugh.
Kevin used to chase me around the house with a knife when we were kids. That's funny. Another funny one.
That
Kevin
wasn't real.
Me and Kevin shared a room growing up, and he kicked me out by watching horror movies. So I slept on the couch for like 5 years. It's funny.
That one's sad. But
I slept
true.
on the couch.
I never said get out of the room.
He never said
dude,
get
we're
out.
watching Evil Dead tonight.
We're
You wanna hang
watching
out or
Chucky, Halloween, and Evil Dead. So if you want to sleep in this room, suck it up. And I said, I'm leaving. It's super funny. I'm going to the couch. I'll be downstairs. Enjoy your bunk bed alone.
Oh, God.
That's funny.
That is funny.
That's pretty funny.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of some good funny stories.
I wish I had time to prepare for this because I have a whole bunch. I'm just drawing serious blanks right now. We laugh all day long. Like the thing with Adam is like we work together now and we literally laugh all day long. So nothing specific comes to mind. Like I'm just laughing all the time.
Yeah, God, funny stories. That is the thing. They do all kind of blend together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of them do end up with like us being drunk in one way or another.
Well, so okay, I got one. It's very recent, and it was just the way Adam looked at me that made me laugh so freaking hard. We were watching a movie. We were at work, but we basically are roommates for like a couple weeks where we share a place, and we were watching a movie. And one night we hear something crazy going on upstairs, like while we're watching a movie, like really loud. So this sound has to be like next level loud. And I'm not gonna say who it was, but Adam just turns and looks to me and was like kind of a scared energy look, like, what is that? And it ended up being one of our. Did you hear that? As we hit mute, and it was just. I'm not gonna say who it was, but somebody was violently throwing up, like violently. And just the moment we shared, there was no real comedy there, but it was just a moment where just his look made me laugh. So that's all I got right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. The only thing I can think of, it's not even necessarily it's not even that funny, but it was just it made me laugh so freaking hard. It was, I think, 2 seasons ago when we were hanging out at that house before we went to the game, and we were watching the hype video, and I'm like behind Kyle, and I'm like, oh, you haven't seen the hype video? Kyle, watch the hype video. And he's watching it, and it gets to the end, and there's video of this. We could find it. And I grab Kyle and I shake him, and he's holding a drink, and his drink just goes everywhere. And I was like, oh, damn it, I'm so sorry. I was just so hyped, and I was hyped for Kyle because he hadn't seen it yet, that I just grabbed him and shook him like, ah! Drink just
Oh, that's good.
Sorry.
I'll think of some more. I'm literally now I'm on a mission to go find some more
to
funny
think of all
stories.
the funny things that's ever happened.
Kyle did this one thing. It was really funny when he was like 5. We saw a video of it. He
ran away from the knife.
He was a really cute kid. Yeah, he was running away. He was a cute
serpentine to get away.
Yeah, and he was eating something, and my mom asked him what he was eating, and he said something from the flow. Like he just picked something off the floor and ate it, and it was just like the cutest little Kyle moment.
Little baby Kyle voice.
Baby Kyle.
Something from the flow.
Something from the flow. What are you eating? I don't know. Something from the flow. Yeah, that was Coach Kyle.
20 years later, we still don't know what he ate.
Yeah, still don't know.
It's just something from the floor.
Something from the flow.
Some poison Kevin gave me.
Yeah. Eat this.
Here, Kyle, eat this.
I need more
I get my own room again. Yeah.
All right. Dirty Ferdy, thank you for asking the question. And thank you, everybody, for asking questions in Ask Boltfam. We greatly appreciate it. Boy, laughter is the best medicine. I feel great.
I
feel tired.
I feel great.
I'm going to sleep so good tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
Hate you guys.
Yeah, I don't
Kevin's
have any
not.
newborn.
Kevin has.
Oh, my
Kevin has
kids
just as
sleep.
many kids.
My kids, I have to get up early to take them to school, but they're not going to wake me up.
No.
Oh, that's nice.
It's not a problem. All right. Well, by the sound of Kyle's yawn means it's time to end this son of a bitch. So thank you all for listening. That's going to do it for us here at Charger Chat. Any final thoughts there, gentlemen?
Nope. Keep your heads up. I know it's hard. Be however you want to be right now. Just be ready on Sunday when we go back. When we go back to war on Sunday, just be ready. That's all I got to say.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for us at Charger Chat, folks. Don't forget to bolt up because we're ready for any squad, any place.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Are you still using tape as your way of reviewing video? Bob, it's 2023, and you need to get with the times. Bob, so come on down to Tape Escape. Bob, Tape Escape takes all of your footage, no matter the media, and converts it to digital so it can live in the cloud and you always have access to it no matter where you are or who your opponent is. Bob, so make your appointment at Tape Escape today and access your game tape anytime, anywhere. Bob.